Hey, have you ever wondered how good would be to edit a video as fast as you could think? This has definitely saved me more than 100 hours of editing. I mean, literally, you think of it and you make it happen in the timeline. This is what I always wanted through my years of editing videos. And even though I didn't got to that point yet, using these shortcuts I'm gonna show you definitely helped me getting closer to my goal, which is working smarter, not harder. For example, did you ever thought about putting the shortcuts of undo and redo in your mouse? It will be literally in the reach of your thumb. You know, this little thing we have that the other animals don't? Can you imagine being able to do things in the blink of an eye? That's the power of shortcuts. How many hours of editing video do you think this will save you through the years? Stick with me until the end because I have a great gift to give you. Let's get into it, my beloved professional, never late to the tasks with no projects being left behind video editors. You know I'm not talking to you. I don't think there is a video editor that doesn't have at least one project being left behind, be it personal or professional. We tend to take long to do things, and that's who we are sometimes. Creative things takes time, and that's exactly the motive. I'm bringing you these shortcuts so you can do more in less time. I've been editing videos for like 8 years or so. Wow! I always strive to do things faster, but without losing the quality of it. Of course, there's a lot of AI tools that can help you today, but they cannot do everything yet. I'll be doing a video about AI tools that can help you a lot with video editing. So if you're interested in that, please consider subscribing to the channel. It will help me a lot. But let's get to the main thing, the shortcuts. I believe that in order to really learn a new thing, you gotta learn not the tactics of it. You gotta learn the way of thinking. If you learn how did I got to the shortcuts that I'm gonna show you now, you're gonna be able to adapt it and make it useful on your own reality. The first thing that I focused on when I was creating the shortcuts was what are the tools and the tasks that I do the most while editing a video. I'll let you think for a while. No, I don't. You can think about it later. So the tools that I used the most while editing was undo and redo, delete plus close gap, slice, and nesting. My next step was looking at where did my hands stay while I was editing. One stays on the mouse and one stays on the left part of the keyboard. My goal at this point was to make the least amount of movements possible and condense the most actions I could in a small portion of the keyboard. This way, everything that I needed was one key or click away from me. Because to undo things, you need to press 2 keys, Ctrl Z. And to redo things, you gotta press 3 keys, Ctrl Shift Z. This takes, 3 or 4 seconds. If you can make it in one click, it takes less than 1 second. In the keyboard, I ended up with this configuration. This key is responsible for the close gap function. Number 1 is responsible for the delete function, because sometimes I just want to delete and not delete and close the gap. If you don't know what is close gap, is when you delete something out of the timeline and at the same time it closes the gap. So when you have this function in one key, you actually save a lot of time. Number 2 got the slice function, and number 3 got the nest function. Here's a little really good nugget I discovered after a couple years of editing. I use nesting so much because Premiere has its ways of crashing with a lot of different effects combinations. But all of the combinations can be applied if you apply one to the file first, nest it after, and then apply to the nest the next effect. If you time ramp some video and then try to apply transform to it, the transform effect won't function at all. But if you time ramp the video, nest it, and then apply the transform function, it will work as always. My next shortcut was render into out. But why this shortcut? Because every time that I'm managing a really heavy project, my machine gets the preview all choppy and stuck. And I hate when I cannot see exactly how is my video getting. By doing this, I actually asked Premiere to pre-render my video so I can watch without getting all choppy. Next was the undo and redo functions. They can be close to the other keys too, because we still have the letter W, the letter E, but because I have the best mouse of the world, with more than 6 different keys and thousands of combinations, the Logitech Master 3 is the best mouse. No, I wish Logitech was sponsoring my video, but it's not. I've been using this mouse since the version 2, and you can even choose different configurations for different programs. For example, one setup for Premiere, one setup for Photoshop, one setup for After Effects, and I configured the redo and undo button in the reach of my thumb. It literally takes me less than 1 second to undo and redo something. It's so much faster. If you don't have a mouse that has extra keys in it, you can still use the other letters in your keyboard. You can choose the ones that better suit you. Okay, it's all beautiful, but how the hell do I configure this in my Premiere Pro?
Okay, first of all, you open Premiere Pro and go to the Edit button. There you're gonna see the keyboard shortcuts. You press it and a new window is gonna pop up. In this window, you can see all the shortcuts that are already set. You can see my presets are already there, and I have a preset of the whole keyboard because I change computers a lot and I don't want to configure all the shortcuts again every time that I change computers. You can see too that the shortcuts have different names than the ones that I gave. The close gap, it's called ripple delete. The slice is called add edit. You may have to look for different names when you're looking for a specific shortcut. You can change it all here. You can look for the shortcut you want in this little bar, type the name of the function you think you want, and then you just click the function and drag it to the key you want to assign it. It's really simple.
Another pro nugget that I have for you is to actually create presets from the effects that you use the most. For example, I like to use the transform effect a lot, but there's some configurations that I do to it that if I have to actually stop and do them every time that I use transform, it's gonna take me so much time. Another example is a simple transition that I use that is a blink, like a flash in the video that I created by using levels. I have to set up 3 keyframes to do it, and it's not that hard, but it takes me 2 or 3 minutes to do it if I have to do it every time. And if I just create a preset of it, it takes me seconds to apply. So imagine how much time will this shortcut save you throughout the years. This has definitely saved me more than 100 hours of editing. And now, what you guys were waiting for, the gift in the end, I've created a template with all my shortcuts that you can just load it up to Premiere. This way you don't have to do it all by yourself. You can just load it up and it's ready to go. In the link in the description, you'll find the template and a video showing how to use it. And not only this, you'll find there too some of the effects that I use to spice up my videos. And that's it for today. I hope you guys got some value out of this video. If you got, please consider subscribing or sending it to a friend who you think it may help. And I'll see you in the next one.